on OBS, I think.
Like in the middle of the stream.
No, you're gonna have to stop and restart it,
Uh,
unfortunately.
Start.
I've only got 7 viewers. Uh, I'll just do it next at the beginning of next one. I don't want to miss this.
Okay,
Game didn't start.
whatever.
I'm
That's
I'm
cool.
out for this one.
You're out? You didn't
Oh
wait,
yeah,
you
my
didn't get in?
yeah, my game didn't start.
Oh, oh man. You gonna leave me alone? Come on, man. I
Sorry,
thought we were
man.
a team. How am I
Hopefully they
supposed to do this
restart.
without you? Alright, let's see. How can I see a
That's really
restart here?
unfortunate. Really unfortunate.
Yeah, so whatever. Anyway, the first game is going to be 1 versus 1 Arabia. Huns, it's green Arabia, as you can see. Here is Bacgio. Let's switch the colors, actually. So here's fire, actually, in the blue.
Oh, it's so
Nice.
disappointing.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
know
go
you're
ahead.
you're like on a limited time frame here. How much time? Oh man, fire.
Wait,
Thinks he's slam here, or Hassan pushing deer immediately. Interesting. He's got like a back gold, and since it's Green Arabia, obviously it's a pretty reasonable map for kind of walling to defend. No incredibly large openings or whatnot. Uh, yeah, I really don't see how either player is going to be calling a restart. Although there are 3 restarts available in this 5 game series, and you can't use a restart on more than one game. So I mean, you can kind of restart on more than half the games should you desire to do so. But it seems unlikely, I would think, that either player would be particularly upset with this map unless one of them, makes like some kind of crazy mistake or whatever. Three to wood for fire, and then sending out a villager to lure his boar. So like a scout kind of build from him. Has he? Yeah. All the other 4 sheep of his were all in like a group, and he's just now found them. Ooh. Took a bit more hits than he would have liked on this villager that was luring the boards down to 2 hit points, but it'll be safely stowed away into the town center. But potentially a target later on if BacT can kind of find it. And chilling stream. What? Yeah. Yeah. So the stream hasn't actually restarted yet. I mean, I can look at the time. It's like 3:30, so it'll still be a minute and a half before it actually appears live. But not that it matters to the person who just messaged me who can't hear what I'm saying. That's okay. As for BacT, he didn't immediately put his 4th villager on wood, but he sent it over now, a bit late, as if he's changed his mind about how many woodcutters he wants, possibly. I'm not sure. And he's also pushing deer. He's got 3 deer, pretty reasonably close to his town center to the south here, that he can try to. A little bit unfortunate that as that deer ran away from the villagers, not the scout, as it got close to the town center.
User left your channel.
Let's see. Bringing that second boar back now. Back, yeah. He did get a mow, and he's got 2 on berries as well. Yeah, this looks like a kind of standard scout, maybe 21 pop up here for fire, who's finishing eating up this second boar now. He's got the food possibly to loom after this villager and go up at 20 pop actually. No, but he's gonna make the 20 first. As for BacT, it looks like he's gonna do something similar. Does he seem like he's a little bit behind? Yeah, I don't know how, but BacT is actually not a ton behind, but about like 25% of a villager production. So whatever, like 5 or 6 seconds behind here. Like he had some idle time or slow at the start, whatever the case may be. Both players look like they're going to be doing a 21 pop-up. You can see that Fire is going to be the first one to click up. He has now clicked up. And BacT just now finishing Loom and going to do the same, popping a second lumber camp to the northwest part of his base over there by that main gold. Neither player has actually really found the other player. Fire is going to be the first to see where bacgio is here. Running right by this lumber camp where you can see 5 villagers, and obviously we'll know the town center is somewhere close. As for BacT, unfortunately he's kind of sent his scout in the wrong direction, going to the very south of the map, while Fire is more towards the west. And Fire's actually going to find both these lumber camps already. Plus, you can see that main gold there. And building his barracks. I don't know why. Interesting. He's building his barracks like way, kind of like in the back of his base. I need to sneeze here. And he's just about to hit fetal age now, 90% of the way up. Actually, he built this barracks actually a little bit too late. He's not going to be able to immediately build the stem. When you see him rushing over a second villager to rush it and build it, it actually does just get up in time. bacgio has now found where Fire is. You can see him running by the lumber camps and actually starting to attack one of these villagers, although obviously there's plenty more villagers there. It's not in danger of dying. He's got 2 villagers over here building this stable that bacgio runs by. He himself is also up, immediately popping out. He's going to queue up 2 spearmen and also make a stable, same as, well, Fire. Although Fire actually, I take it back on the second spearman. He's only got 1 spearman out that he's using as he runs his scout over here, chasing the scout of bacgio. First scout is now out for Fire, who's not in a rush to go anywhere just yet. With his original scout, he's kind of carousing around the middle of the map, just making sure bacgio isn't going to be the aggressor yet, at least, which he shouldn't. Obviously, Fire with about 10 or so seconds, it looked like, ahead. Oh, he's going to get some hits with the spearman on these scouts. There's 2 scouts here, and bacgio's not running away. I don't know why. He's got 1 hit point less on that spearman. Now he comes in. He's going to bring a villager into Fire probably should have ran back with that spearman. Now it's just going to get picked off. Well, he needs to be careful. I don't know why he'd bring that 1 hit point scout in, and he won't. He's actually only chasing with the villager. He's bringing this villager really far away from those berries. But it looks like Fire for the moment, and the same for BacT is, BacT's actually stonewalling, while Fire is just palisade walling. He's palisading to the southeast portion of his base is Fire. bacgio, meanwhile, getting pretty good-sized walls between these 2 second and third golds here to the west of his base. And he's actually very nearly already completely stonewalled off is BacT. 3 scouts out. That seems like he should have another one somewhere. I guess he might have had idle stable there for a bit, and you can see how far behind he is on scouts. 5 scouts here for Fire versus, well, now he's got the 4th one for BacT. Of course, remember that 1 is still at 1 hit point. This wall isn't complete yet, and he's gonna, this villager is gonna get caught here as the scouts run in and get right on it. But unfortunately, he does have these 2 spearmen that are gonna chase him away. Good job by BacT there to kind of buy himself some time to get these walls up. Fire's probably gonna have to switch gears here, knowing that I'm not sure. Does he see actually? He doesn't know that this area over here to the left of BacT space is stonewalled, but he may have an idea that that's what's going on. Since he's already seen the stone walls here to the south, he does pick off that 1 hit point scout, but now he's gonna have to back away with these 2 spearmen in tow from BacT, unfortunately. And gets 1 picked off. If he's not careful, he could actually lose the second one. I think good job running to the north as that scout goes kind of in front of him from bacgio, tried to turn around and get it. So he does at least manage to escape there. But for Fire here, he's put up an archery range and gotten wheelbarrow. He hasn't completely walled off. He's making... 1 spearman takes out another here in the middle of the map. Well, he's putting up his second archer range to the north to try to wall off. He's not completely walled off just yet, and he may not be in a rush to do so. It looks like he's just content that he's going to be able to defend at home, since he can't really attack now that BacT is completely stonewalled off. Yes, he is. And now BacT's trying to be the aggressor here, but he's running into some spearmen over here to the north of his base. Although, oh, bad job by Fire there. He lets that spearman get caught out and surrounded and killed by those scouts as it was attacking another spearman. Blacksmith going up here for Fire. BacT is ahead in food count and will likely go up to Castle Age sooner. You can see he's already at 700 food, getting ready to click up momentarily. I can only assume he's got the buildings. Yeah, he's got 2 archer rangers, making a 3rd as well just behind that gate. BacT's outnumbered here with scouts, but obviously that means he's got that more higher food count that we were just talking about, so you can see him running away from Fire. He has now clicked up 20% up the way to Castle. As for Fire, he's not that far behind. He's just now clicked up. He's about 15 to 20% behind. And, oh, a little bit aggressive here with this archer in the middle of the map that may get caught out against these scouts that are running it down. And yes, he's going to take out the spear. I think this wolf's actually going to kill him. This wolf takes out that archer as his scouts chase these scouts of BacT. And he's really unlucky with this wolf. This wolf is actually going to cause him to lose that spearman, although I think it will take out the spearman of BacT here too. So 3 kills by that wolf. 2 spears and an archer. Ooh, here come the archers of BacT. Need to be careful. Fire's going to run away. That's not that big of a deal. I mean, the scouts are not going to be super useful as both players get up into Castle Age. I'm not... It's going to be a little bit tough here, I think, for Fire, just because he's not walled off, while BacT is completely stonewalled off, as you can see here. So he's going to be on the defensive. And he's actually now trying to make some palisades to the left of his base here. But he's still got openings kind of right to the north, pretty much right down the middle, although right next to his production buildings. So we'll see how that goes. BacT has now hit Castle Age and is beginning to attack this palisade wall over here on the right side. He's got archers that will soon be crossbows. He's got 1 armor upgrade as well as fletching. Can expect crossbow and bodkin to finish here shortly. About the same number of archers for Fire, but obviously he's going to be a little bit behind on upgrades for a little bit. But it's going to take BacT a bit of time to get in and get into any kind of meaningful position to do some damage here. So he'll be okay. You can see him kind of camping on top of this hill by his gold. He has now got the bodkin and crossbow. He doesn't have the armor upgrade, but with the hill advantage, he's going to be able to do what he... Yeah, good job. He takes out 1 crossbow of BacT, and BacT's going to have to back away. More crossbows here from BacT. Kind of surprised he didn't go Cav Archer. He's not choosing to make that second town center right away. 4 archer ranges for BacT. A lot of crossbows. While Fire is going to go into Cav Archers. He rebuilt that wall, but BacT is right back at the same spot and going to take it down. Could be pretty bad for Fire if he loses that gold, but he should be able to park on this hill, I would think. Ooh, and BacT's trying to run into and maybe get onto this hill. No, he's not going to be able to. Fire's going to get there in time. But he will take away some of these farmers over here to the right side, the exposed portion of his town center. Fire now sitting on top of this hill is, well, BacT's going to back away before he can take any damage. Let's see what BacT chooses to do here. There's about 7 or 8 Cav Archers here that Fire's got kind of shown to the north away from this engagement or potential engagement. See what he chooses to do. Here come the Cav Archers now for BacT. He has switched into them. He's still got a higher number of Expos. He's trying to hit these farmers, but he keeps missing as they keep moving away out of arrow range. Ooh, he's going to try to bring Cav Archers to the north. Is BacT, but he's going to run into even more Cav Archers from Fire, and he immediately sees that and he's going to have to back away. Still on 1 TC, both players. Oh, I take that back. Fire's actually got in second town center. I didn't notice that over here to the left side by his woodcutters. And he's actually moved on out from behind these walls to the right side and moving on top of the hill, getting... He doesn't have the numbers advantage, so he needs to be careful because now BacT's going to get on top of the hill to the right side, and I don't think this is going to be a good fight for him, especially as Cav Archers come. He's doing his best to out-micro BacT here, and he's gone 1 for 1 so far, but he's going to kind of get himself caught out here. This is going to be bad for... Okay, he's bringing his own Cav Archers over, and they need to get here soon, because here come the Cav Archers from BacT, and now Fire surely is going to see this, but he's just going to stand there. He needs to start moving. He's losing 2, 3 Cav Archers in the process, or Expos, I should say, as his Cav Archers come from the south, but they're downhill. He tries to move them up to the north here. They do not have the Bloodlines upgrade, while BacT does. I don't think this is going to go super well. Yeah, he's got more Cav Archers, and I think he's actually doing okay. Well, I may retract that statement. There's still a lot of Expos left here for BacT, and now he is trying to focus down these Cav Archers of Fire. You can see there's no ballistics for either player, it looks like. BacT's going to have to back away. He actually got Bloodlines somewhere along the lines in that fight. You can see he's now got the 70 hit points, just missing the last. Both boys only missing the last Archer Armor upgrade. Getting University now is Fire. Oh, he's going to lose his main gold here. This is going to be really bad for him. He's immediately moving his gold miners away. He can kind of get this gold to the north by his production buildings. The third gold is just not an option. It's not viable for him. It's right in the middle of the map. Here comes BacT in towards the second town center, and taking out 2 or 3 villagers in the process as Fire tries to run back into the town center, and he's also endangering some of the farmland by his first town center of Fire. Back at home for BacT, he's still on 1 TC. Yeah, he's going pretty heavy. Oh, he's just now making a second TC. Almost up. 70 pop for Fire, 83 for BacT, and he's... Oh man, this is really bad for Fire. Fire is not moving on to that gold. That is still to the front, even if it is by his production buildings. I mean, now he is, as if he thinks he can sneak onto it. Oh, but I think BacT actually sees it over here with these Cav Archers. He's switched onto Elite Skirmishers. Has Fire, but he's got so many idols. You can see by the second town center. It's really not good for him. You can see that BacT is able to just park on the hill over there by that main gold. That's really tough for him. I mean, those walls have really forced Fire into a spot to be where he's really defensive. And while it worked out for him for a while, it's just been too much pressure from BacT, while he's not able to return the favor. Looks like he does have ballistics and a couple of elite skirmishers. BacT's getting a bit more aggressive here. You can see putting up a siege workshop to the front. Forward siege workshop. As he continues to park his expos right on this hill by that main gold of BacT. He's taking out so many villagers here as BacT is for some reason running his villagers back towards him, maybe to distract the expos while he tries to take out the expos with his 3 elite skirmishers. It's just actually kind of working for him, to be honest. There's not enough... Well, I don't want to say that not enough expos that he's not able to kill... oh man, this is just going really badly for Fire in a lot of places. You can see that just as he's finally managed to take out those expos, he's losing all sorts of stuff to the north. And he calls GG. Wow. So that's game 1 there. It was 1 vs 1 Arabia Huns War, 1-0 to BacT. Nicely played by him. With those walls, made it very tough for Fire. Wow. Yeah, you can see the pretty large disparity in units killed there. And, well, Yuko was actually, well, other than the gold was a 2,000 gold difference between the two of them, even if they were about equal villager-wise. We'll move on to game 2, which is going to be the home map for Fire. Let me update the score here, and hopefully we'll be able to get Ra into this game. All right. I will say I do I do kind of prefer like just the 1 minute spectator delay, so I can like run to the bathroom or something between games. Well,
That was a really tough game. Really tough map for
mhm.
uh, Baggio played well. He caught him off guard.
Yeah,
I don't think Fire expected Baggio to play so aggressive on him.
yeah. I mean, actually, it was on one TC for almost the entire game there.
That's the tough part when your enemy's walled, but you're not walled. It's kind of a guessing game because you don't want to make too much. That's just a waste. He's gonna outboom you, but you don't want to make too little army because that will kill your economy.
Hmm.
So it's like you gotta guess right. You gotta make the right amount of army, and even if you do, you're not gonna come out ahead. That's why it's so tough playing against somebody with a good map who can wall.
Yeah, and it was very efficient wall too. He wasted very
Yeah,
little villager time because he didn't have much to wall. You know, he had
because
his military buildings there as part of it too.
it was a good map.
All right, it looks like they still haven't started yet, although they launched a while ago. I'll be right back. 30 seconds.
All right, folks. So it looks like the next game should be starting shortly. Um, this YouTube thing, it's an experiment. Really, the goal is to give the highest quality with no lag to the most people, if that makes sense. Twitch seems to lag a lot, especially on the highest quality, which you will want to use for this resolution of game. So, comment should be back shortly.
Yeah, I did watch your pretty bad start for Fire. I'm pretty sure he'll go for a restart. He hasn't found any of his sheep guaranteed. We bad there on the left hand side, the only spot he didn't scout, but there's no way he's gonna play. Because on islands you want to play as long as possible. There's no point whatsoever in getting loom. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna restart. He's probably just gonna play on till 3 see if Baggio restarts instead. I'd be really surprised if he actually plays.
Missed the start, but what was it? Fire didn't find a sheep right away. So what's going on?
Yeah, basically he found his sheep now. Way too late. Oh, there he called it.
Okay, he's not even gonna wait.
Yeah, I thought he'd wait just in case Baggio wastes it, but doesn't look like it. Um, One interesting thing is I think this is Fire's home map, right? Islands.
Yeah.
He's a really good water map player, I think. He's actually really good at water maps that involve rush. So I'm kind of surprised he took islands, not like Baltic or Mediterranean,
Mm.
saving that for another opponent, saving that for Chris.
True.
But
You can only pick the same home map once in this
yeah,
entire tournament.
exactly,
So
exactly. But I think that's what Fire will do for all his home maps.
pick some
Water
sort
map
of water
after
map.
water map.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's it's definitely one of his strengths. Like if you look at his micro, his build order, and his economy management, and all that stuff, it's flawless. So that's what water maps are, right?
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved out of your channel. You were moved.
Oh, we're in the cool channel now.
Odd. So BacT wants to play for whatever.
Looks like they already started.
Yeah, I don't know why he wants to play unless he doesn't trust one of us, like one of. Maybe he doesn't understand.
Yeah, I mean, when we were talking about it, he wasn't responding, so it seemed like he may not have caught what we were saying before. He may have thought we just streamed that last thing live with no spectator delay. Oh my god, where are these people coming from? Alright, looks like we're finally getting underway. Again, Fire will not be able to use a replay, or a restart, I should say, on this particular map, but he still does have 2 remaining for the rest of the series. Oh, poor Memb.
It's really too bad he used a restart on island. That's usually a map you don't use a restart on because, like you can get bad island maps, not as bad as getting a bad Arabia map. Usually you can't tell how good or bad your map is. Bad map is too little wood or the relics or something. Obviously, you had to use it here because it's late sheep. So.
On the other hand, though, I mean, you have 3. Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
He does have 2 more.
Yeah, I mean, you have 3, so you're able to use restart on 3 of the 5 maps you play, and since you used on the first, it's really 3 of the 4 remaining games. Yeah.
I expect Fire to win this game, but we'll see. Maybe BacT is a good water player himself. I know Migration is like his. And he doesn't really excel at micro wars. Island is more micro than Migration. He's better at the economy management, army type.
Alright, well, we are now underway here. Again, gonna be Vikings War on islands here for Fire, who... Okay, he did get a sheep this time.
That would have been unfortunate if he walked the other way.
Yeah. I mean, he built his house right next to it, but just out of the line of sight. But he did manage to find it. He is behind compared to BacT. Wasn't watching him, but when I looked over, his sheep was already under the town center.
Yeah.
About 20 food behind, it looks like, on that sheep.
BacT got a perfect. But it's not a huge deal as long as you don't have to get loom early or forcefully drop food. No, you don't want to be in that situation. That actually ends up wasting a lot of dropping food. And you can see Fire sent his sheep a bit late. Not ideal. Usually he has better starts than that. I played with him quite a bit. All these little things, obviously, they add up bit by bit.
And he's kind of trapped his woodcutter inside the lumber camp. Got to chop his way out.
That's actually perfect because you're gonna end up having 3 woodcutters they don't have to walk at all to drop the wood. The only thing you need to be careful of is once that woodcutter would have finished the lumber camp, he would have gone idle. I don't know if you know.
Yeah,
woodcutter is trapped.
I see people do
after.
that, and I'm like, oh, I should do that too. And then my woodcutter sits there idle for like 10 minutes.
You just have to be careful. He was obviously aware of it because he made him cut wood and then finish.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's a deer. I thought that was a sheep that he BacT had accidentally killed, but it's just a deer that he's already lured pretty early here. Let's see how that happened. It's kind of weird that deer ended up that far to the north of his town center, considering they're coming from the south. But whatever. This next one's gonna hit right under the town center, I think. Well, pretty close to it. Not quite the right angle. Here comes the boar back here for fire. Seems like he ended up with a lot more hurt villagers than he needed to, but I guess it's island, so it doesn't matter, really. As both players are now starting their first dock. BacT a bit ahead. And... surprised there's like no fish to the right of that dock for BacT in the area between the two players.
Actually, pretty. Tell that, but.
Yeah, hey, if you get a chance, I think you need to, if you're using, like, whatever it's called, like the threshold on TeamSpeak, I think you need to lower it a little bit, because you're kind of sometimes cutting out, if you know what I mean.
I went ahead and I did that, and...
yeah, so, kind of cutting out here. Or number 2 coming back here for fire, both players. Actually, BacT is... oh, BacT is 2 pop ahead. Oh, now he's just 1. Not sure how that happened. Did... oh, fire loomed. I didn't even see that. Somewhere along the way, fire actually chose to get loom.
yeah, I'm really surprised he did it that early. Usually you want to wait till just before you go up. Am I still cutting off for you, by the way?
No,
I
you
did
actually
change my settings.
Yeah, I think you're good now. As we have a pause in the action here. 22 pop for BacT, 21 for fire. As you mentioned, largely due to, well, solely due really to the getting the loom, while BacT has not. I would assume BacT will. I don't know. Is he even gonna make loom here? Is he gonna have the food to go up after the completion of this next villager here?
I don't think so. His economy is really messy too right now. He's got so many idle villagers around. He will get loom, I think, for sure. He has to. He's not gonna have enough food to go up.
Just says he hits 25 pop in. Yeah, he does make loom here. I don't talk, but not the end of the world here as he waits for this house. As for fire, he's... well... oh, BacT just now clicking up as he managed to get the food and fire. Not like only a second or 2 behind. Not a big deal for him. Both players are on 3 fishing boats.
I actually really like this map now that I'm looking at it more. I like the fact that the gold island is right in the middle between the two. It's going to be interesting seeing them fight for it, because if the game does go into Imperial, that little gold island might be the decider.
As looks like we're back underway. Both players starting to make their second lumber camp here, and move a couple of villagers over onto gold. Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, one of BacT's gold is actually really close to the water. But, well, could be an issue late game, but for now he's got obviously quite a bit of gold that's safely in the middle of his island. Second dock going up for fire, and oh, interesting. BacT's made it all the way over here on the left side of his island, I guess to improve his fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
Both players just about to hit feudal age here.
I mean,
your mic is
yes.
like going crazy right now.
Is it?
Yeah,
Too much much static, I guess.
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep trying to adjust it. I was gonna say, BacT's fish is so bad that he hasn't even finished one school of fish yet. Like all the fish is still there just because it's so far. And you can see Fire pretty much he's almost done his second one. So he got a lot more fish so far. And that, that's nice for him. That means he can get the blacksmith upgrades earlier.
Good point there. 2 galleys out for both players. They're kind of heading towards each other on a collision course here in the middle of the map, and Fire's actually going to catch one of BacT's boats out by itself here first, getting some reasonable hits. You can see the way he hits and runs and moves in to continue to keep the angle on that boat. Good job by him.
Yeah, really good micro so far.
And even though he hasn't killed it, it's so low. Oh, BacT's actually running to... Why is he running that way? That's interesting. As it takes more damage, he's got to kill this boat. 8 hit points left.
He's just doing a great job of chasing it. I think he's going to trap the 2 fishing boats.
Yeah, here come his reinforcements. Yeah, he's going to be able to take out this galley here. 1 galley down from BacT. He has done barely any damage at all to Fire. He's got 3 galleys coming here to the north. Fire sees it coming, is going to move back towards... Oh, he's keeping 1 kind of caught out there.
So interesting, but bacgio actually, he already made a transport ship, so he's not going to be fighting too hard for the water. It's just going to be a distraction. And maybe part of that he knows that he's going to have a hard time playing against Fire on water. It's usually surprising for somebody to try and land this early on. If that transport ship gets detected by Fire, then that might mean he loses the game. It's a really risky strategy. It can pay off if he manages to land. I just think he's gonna have a hard time because Fire explored that entire side of the map, so he will see the transport ship, I think.
Yeah, BacT's trying to sneak along the bottom left edge, but all his fishing's there. And, well, BacT now sees it because he's now trying to fight at the docks here of Fire. Well, Fire actually does the same, and now he's actually going to bring his galleys back. And he's trying to sneak down to the south, but he's going to run right into these fishing boats. BacT's definitely going to be caught out here, as he's now kind of outnumbered galley-wise. Oh, did Fire see that?
Yeah, that's the big question, if Fire noticed that, because he was distracting him. So if Fire didn't notice that, then that's huge for bacgio.
That was definitely in his line of sight, but I don't think it was so brief.
Otherwise, he would have sent a galley to explore. I definitely don't think he saw that.
But we're not seeing a reaction.
Yeah, for sure. But he should be finding this fishy because bacgio doesn't have as many
he's sending a
galleys
scout
as
over.
Expect.
Let's see if he goes to the right spot. He needs to head more south. Oh, he's so close to being able to see the house, but no, now it's running back. Oh man!
You do see a racks up by Fire, so he does know that the transport ship got on his island.
Yeah, and he's making archer range now.
Yeah.
And now he's sending the scout to the right spot. He'll be able to see it, I think.
So
no, he's turning the wrong way.
You want to stop the villagers before they make the buildings, because you don't want to deal with the raid and so on. And it looks like he finally found them. So the villagers only managed to get a racks up. I don't think bacgio is gonna manage to get any buildings up.
Oh, he actually doesn't even get the racks up. So
yeah, which is
that's really
wasted.
Good.
Yeah, that's wasted 175 wood plus the transport ship. So.
Oh, and he's luring the villagers back to the galleys. Just enough to at least take out this one.
Yeah. So that's a huge advantage for Fire now. 2 villagers down, no racks. Fire is actually going to be able to make some archers and land them probably. I think that's what he's going to do. Yeah, you can see Fire is actually making more archers. So he's going to go for 5 archers and then he's going to try and land them.
So Fire's going to kind of turn the tides here on BacT.
And if you look at the resources, you can see a huge discrepancy in food between Fire and BacT. So Fire is in a really good spot right now, I would say.
Yeah, I think we maybe glossed over it a bit, but BacT had to move his fishing a lot, and I think he had actually more than the 5 fishing boats he's got now. I think he's lost a couple in the process while he was trying to transport over. And he's Oh, he could be in danger of losing a lot more fishing boats as Fire's heading to the north around the island, sensing, I think, that BacT's moved that fishing to the back of his island there. BacT, meanwhile, is actually kind of sneaking around the same. Oh, a potential pincher attack here from Fire. As you can see, he's got good boats to the opposite side of that island, moving counterclockwise around the island. He's got the food to go Castle Age. Just now, he does now have the gold to I think he may have actually sold wood or something there, and has now clicked up. BacT actually did the same. Both players Castle Age pretty much the same time.
Yeah, and I don't know if he sold any resources to go up that fast. I think he might have because food is up to 138, so he must have bought some food, I'm guessing.
Looks like BacT sold stone.
Yeah, so he's basically going all in. Now, what would be really interesting if Fire manages to get those 4 archers onto bacGio's island, because he's not going to be able to make any town centers. Selling stone can be really risky, right? It helps you go up faster, but if he gets those archers on the island, then he's not going to be able to do much to defend his villagers. And you can see he's making the transport ship now.
But BacT does manage to get right in on these fishing boats from the very bottom, from the south side of these docks, taking out 3 of them, and now they're going to have to... Oh, he takes out a 4th as well. Fires... I don't know where the rest of his boats... The rest of the boats must have went back to the south. He's trying to attack some of the fishing boats by BacT, but he's outnumbered here galley-wise. He's going to have to back away. But he will at least save his own fishing back at home, as you can see. Both players will be hitting Castle Age here shortly.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Fire he lost those 4 fishing boats, but if he manages to get the archers onto bacGio's island, they will do a lot more damage than just that many villagers. It's going to be really close. Oh my god. I think he's going to lose that transport ship.
He's trying to zigzag away from the galleys.
Yeah, oh, this is so close. He just needs to land. He's so close to shore. I'm not sure if he knows yet. He's finally landed.
But BacT at least have a heads up here, and may actually get some decent damage in with these galleys. But back over at the docks of BacT, you can see Fire's got a huge numbers advantage on these galleys, and BacT's gonna have to back away as he's maybe more worried about trying to save some of these villagers over here. He's making a siege workshop over by his main gold, which is in potential danger back over by the water. BacT's backing away. Trying to throw up a barracks here to wall off. Remember, he didn't finish that barracks that he had tried to build on the Island of Fire. Oh, BacT's got War Galley already. Okay, now Fire does as well. Oh, and he's got him off the gold. No gold miners right now for BacT as he runs back towards his town center.
Yeah, and even with the siege workshop up, if Fire does a good job at microing, he can still wreak some havoc and really disrupt bacGio's economy.
Looks like we have another pause here.
Yeah, hopefully no one dropped.
Fire is making the second town center in between his two gold piles there. While obviously BacT, who sold his stone, won't be able to do so, but he's got a ton of wood in the bank here. And he is making that mangonel.
Actually, I'm surprised he's making a mangonel because I was half expecting him to make a scorpion. Would have been a lot better at chasing just 4 archers.
Yeah, Fire's not even going for the crossbow upgrade. He's just gonna leave him as archers, do what they can.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, they're +2 archers. They can still do quite a bit of damage, I think.
Needs to be careful. Here comes the mangonel.
Yeah, I think he's gonna focus on microing them as much as he can. Because he does know the potential, how much damage they can do.
He's potentially getting... Oh, he's going to run right into these war galleys. He needs to be careful.
Oh, that is too bad.
Although that mangonel takes out a villager of BacT, but they are now all dead.
Okay, so even though he only took out 2 villagers, but he did force bacGio to make a workshop and a mangonel, which is something like 500 resources. So they did their job, believe it or not.
And still, obviously, no second town center from BacT, who's putting up 2 more docks over here to the south side of his island, and is, as far as I can tell, yeah, he's definitely outnumbered galley-wise here, and is not going to be able to engage this fight here by his docks over to the left side of his island. He's going to have to back away as Fire comes in with the brunt of his naval forces.
Yeah,
And
now one thing to note is that Fire does have the university, and I assume he has ballistics by now. I wasn't really watching too carefully. BacT does not have ballistics, and he's not even close because he had to make that mangonel. So that is a huge difference. BacT has to avoid fighting right now, which is not good for him because he's also 1 town center behind. If you're playing 1 town center, you want to be playing aggressive, not avoiding the fight.
And it's interesting. Fire is actually backing away from Owen. He's losing some of his galleys as he kind of splits up, and I don't know, oh, he's looking for fish or something on the sea that he can attack. Now he's kind of reconvening his naval forces just to the south of BacT's island. He's got some, BacT needs to, okay, BacT turns around and starts attacking these boats over on the right side of Fire's island. He's going to be able to take them out. Yeah, only 2 fishing ships actually even left for Fire.
I think Fire is trying too hard to chase down BacGio's boats. He just needs to focus on his docks.
Yeah, he's had what looks like the naval advantage for a while, but he hasn't really done that much yet. Oh, and maybe now he's gonna go right into all these docks and possibly the gold miners here for BacT. As mentioned, he did have that gold on the coast. And there's mangonel there, but we'll see. Is BacT going to come back to defend this? He's sitting right outside of the range. He might wait for... Oh, he's got a good amount of numbers over here on the left as well, but so does Fire. Let's see how they play this. Little mistake there by BacT with the rally point as one pops out. Oh, and he's fighting over here on the left side of the map, and Fire's going to be outnumbered here shortly. He might need to be careful as he tries to send the other half of his naval forces over there to help them out.
Yeah, I think he's going to be okay. He's going to definitely outnumber BacGio. BacGio should back off, and he will, yeah.
Indeed, he does that retreat, but the boats do that thing where they run forward first before they run backwards. He does lose 1 boat as he's running away. His forces are split here for BacT. 37 for him, 43 for Fire. Oh, although he's going to lose 2 of them here. That he got a little bit greedy on the gold miners. Looked like all the gold miners got away, but at least he made the move. Fire heading over to the west side of the island now for BacT. You can see he's got ballistics. That he's hitting all these boats as they run away. He's going to take out 3 or 4 of them before BacT even gets in position here to fight. But now he's going to kind of reconvene. Should he take this fight, do you think?
I think he should have taken the fight. Maybe he was worried about the dock because of the way the patrol works now. Some of the boats seem to fire against buildings when they should be firing against units. But I think he did outnumber BacGio. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like, what, 45 boats now for BacT, 49 for Fire, so it's still pretty close. As it looks like now he's going to turn around and start fighting in the open water here between the 2 players. It looks like Fire kind of took a little bit to get the south galleys in action, but I think he's got way more numbers over here on the left side, just kind of hammering away at the war galleys of BacT. I think this is really bad. You can see the score quickly going in the favor of Fire. I'm pretty sure he's winning this pretty handily as more boats come from the north to reinforce BacT, but yeah, he's retreating now. Oh, quite a swing there for Fire. $38 for him, 25, only 25 now for BacT. He went from being like 3 or 4 down to 13, 14.
So this entire time, Fire has been, producing villagers from 2 town centers, while BacGio has been doing only 1 town center. you know, if you're one town center behind, you need to be winning on the army side of things. So that's why this looks really bad for bacgio now.
The thing is, though, BacT is now up to Imperial Age, and Fire has the resources to do so, but he forgot a second building here. Oh, there he is. Now he's rushing this monastery, so he won't be too far behind.
Yeah, that is 10%. That's not gonna be a big deal. He's, you know, unless bacgio can somehow trap him, but I really doubt that.
Yeah, you can see it's like a 40 pop difference here between the two players. 1,000+ score. And it looks like BacT was mining stone briefly, but it seems like oh, no, it's Fire. Yeah, no, BacT hasn't been mining stone. He's not going for that second town center. He wants to do it. One town center here as he engages again. I'm kind of surprised he's doing this over here between the two players.
Yeah, that's another bad fight for him, I think. And he realizes it now. He's gonna back off.
Again, he's the one to retreat. Oh, he's gonna leave a couple of galleys behind. Okay, no, he's got them under control. Fire's got his naval forces kind of split as he tries to raid the left side of the island of Fire, or BacT, I should say. Chasing away a couple of galleys to the north around the back. Oh, Fire's trying to be aggressive here and go maybe for the fish or whatever of Fire. I feel like I keep saying their names backwards.
Fire's pretty much taking complete control of the game now.
Oh, you can get on these woodcutters too.
His lead is growing, so he's almost 50 population ahead now, a little bit more than 50 population.
Oh
he will get some of his galleys trapped. There's 10 galleys that will get trapped there.
Yeah, indeed he will.
That's unfortunate for him. He should have tried to run the other way, hit and run the other way, but I don't think he cares as much.
Yeah, he's still got 50+ warships here compared to, what, 35, 36 now, just as a couple of reinforcements come in for BacT. Both players in Imperial Age now. It's funny, BacT has the weaker economy and isn't able, even though he's in Imperial Age first, he's actually a little bit behind on some of the Imperial Age upgrades.
Yeah, and notice he doesn't have armor on his galleys either. Fire got that a while back, so that will make a difference.
It's going to be really, really tough for BacT here. This is the only time he's going to have an advantage as he's sitting here with the galleon upgrade while Fire doesn't. He's going to lose like 2 or 3 warships, but it's hard to see how it's going to matter. Now he's got the galleon upgrade. And
Yeah, Fire should be fighting this now. He should turn around, and he will, yep. So before, he just ran away because he didn't want his galleys shooting the dock. That's what you have to be careful of with this new patch, this new patrol. You have to constantly be careful that your army isn't shooting buildings.
Oh man, he's got the chemistry upgrade first. As you can see, a GG called by BacT. Fire's going to take this game. Tied up at 1 here. Really nice play by him. As the colors switch again. That was a nice game by Fire. Pretty impressive, as you mentioned. Very strong water play by him.
Yeah, bacgio tried to go for an all-in strategy, which I've seen him do that quite a bit. He's good at it. That's his favorite thing.